Hi, welcome to episode 4 of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Movies about good things, terrible things, and all things bloody.
Which I think, again, this considers all three.
Oh yeah, this is a special one. I'm Noah, with me, Ryan and Vince.
Howdy.
Yo.
So, we did a movie that combines all three this time. We chose the 97 classic Starship Troopers.
Roughnecks!
Woo! Rico's Roughnecks. So, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend seeing it. A movie by Paul Verhoeven. Also brought us RoboCop and Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Basic Instinct.
Yeah, Basic Instinct too.
Showgirls.
Huh. That's probably...
Another great satires.
Yeah, and other great satires. So it takes place in the future. I read online somewhere it was 2197.
Something like that, but it's like it's funny. This movie holds a special place in my heart. I remember my first exposure to it was the trailer at the beginning of the Jerry Maguire VHS.
Oh.
And then I saw it in theaters, and this was like the first time I saw a movie, and I was like, wow, this is bad. Like, I remember like not liking it. Like, aside from the violence, I was like, holy shit, this is amazingly violent. But I remember just thinking like, wow, this is just dumb. And then getting older, and then finding out what like satire is, and then like I'm like, oh no, it's brilliant.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, especially because I missed all stuff at the beginning, how basically the military completely took over everything in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they literally said you're not a citizen unless you've served in the military.
That's right. The difference between a citizen and a civilian.
Yeah, or having just almost basic human rights.
Do you know the difference between a citizen and a civilian?
Citizen fights for that. I don't know if to quote this fucking shit.
I wrote it down. A citizen accepts personal responsibility for the safety of the body of politic, defending it at all costs.
And you just said it with far more charisma than Casper Van Dien.
Well,
that's one thing that didn't hold up so much in the viewing. It's much more enjoyable, but the acting from some of the leads are a little, let's call it wooden.
Casper Van Dien.
Are you talking about, what the hell's her name?
Denise Richards?
Denise Richards, thank you.
Her face didn't move in that movie. I kept it, I think it was the upper head portion. It was almost like the same expression of wide-eyed. That's a good point, Johnny.
That doe-eyed look she gives.
Yeah.
So the movie opens up, surprisingly, with a propaganda commercial.
Which are still the best part of this entire film.
Yeah.
It's peppered throughout.
Really well done.
Yeah,
like the first time when I saw it and I was young, I'd never seen any movies with that type of thing in it. So it was just like it kind of caught me off guard.
And I feel like we'd seen them before in like Simpsons or something like that. Like already parodied before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this
I kept expecting Trump.
Well, that's what kind of made me think of it. I'm like, oh, is this movie trying to be funny? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was like something very special.
Yeah.
But that's like the satire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talking about joining the military, being a contributing member to society,
mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. And then it opens with a live feed from Clendathu, the bug planet.
Yeah.
And a cameraman or a
news reporter and cameraman,
yeah, are going live with an attack going down. It's like the beaches of Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like thousands of people running around, scattered, shooting these horrible arachnid bug monsters.
Yeah, like crab spiders.
Yeah, but about the size of like
a Buick.
Yeah, definitely like a very large gorilla.
Yeah, or the size of a VW bug.
Yeah, that's about it. About the size of a VW bug.
Goddamn bugs.
It puts the monsters in pitch black too.
The shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the camera crew's there. They're talking about it, and all of a sudden the shit goes down, and the army's retreating. The cameraman gets iced.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Well, first the reporter gets iced.
Gets...
Cameraman stops to make sure he captures it all.
Yeah,
he must have hated that motherfucker.
It's his
Or he's
job.
dedicated, yeah. I respect his dedication to the craft.
I mean, there's always reporters going into the ship.
Yeah.
Photographers, I should
mm-hmm.
say. And then you see our hero. Our hero is... It's a pretty... Well, you know what?
He's Johnny Rico. He's our hero.
He's our hero.
He's our Starship Trooper.
That's it. He's the one they're talking about. He's on the cover. So, of some copies.
Yeah. Not of this fucking horrible DVD release, which I'm going to try to describe to people. It is the worst cloned, copied photoshopping of the ships. What looks like a drawn-on...
It looks like a blimp.
Bug art, which looks like nothing like any of the bugs in the movie.
Wait, that claw?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, because a lot of the claws were very sharp. This doesn't look so...
That's what I'm saying, like, for effects of especially, it was 96 or 97?
97. Well, it was released in 97. So
a lot of the fucking effects hold up well.
Yeah.
And this is and nothing ages worse than CG effects.
Yeah, dated CG effects are the worst.
But
sometimes it's the best, though, like in Reboot.
Yeah, well, that's stylistic. So it's like especially supposed to be realistic stuff like this. The ship stuff still looks pretty clunky, like CD-ROM style games. But the fucking bugs hold up amazingly well. I mean, it looks mostly practical, actually.
It's actually a mix.
Yeah.
I was doing some research that while mostly CGI, there were some 9-foot mechanical.
I guess, but well, yeah, there are a lot of.
There's the brain the brain bug or whatever that one,
that
all
monster.
That fucking goo and whatever.
A lot of the close-up shots, they were getting their money's worth for the props.
That was practical. That was
that was very practical.
The most terrifying vagina I've ever seen.
Gross. It was terrible. I don't want to talk about that yet. It's the worst part. So it opens up with Johnny Rico running and shooting some bugs while the cameraman captures all this. And then the cameraman goes down.
Yeah.
And the camera tilts sideways, but you can still see Rico in the shot shooting at bugs. And then he gets stabbed right through the leg with these.
Yeah, it's very like Cannibal Holocaust ending all of a sudden at the beginning. But a lot less rare.
You got me. I'm at a loss for words. Who knew? And then it says 1 year earlier.
Yeah.
And it takes us to Johnny Rico again.
Casper Van Dien, who I don't know how old he was when he shot this, but he looks 36.
Yeah.
Which I guess must be the satire thing of being a high schooler.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure Paul Verhoeven was just like, no, it's satire. That's why he's like our age.
Yeah, fucker had crow's feet.
He did. There was like a lot of dust in the air, and it was like, ooh.
And it's like great mix of like cheaply. It's like a mix of like the showing the future, but also looking at production value of an episode of like Saved by the Bell. Like their idea of like style in the future, like footballs are silver now.
Yeah, well, in that weird indoor football game, they
their body
leap
suits.
Ball, or some horse shit.
With an attending crowd of 24.
They were really into it though. They made it sound like 34.
Yeah.
So Johnny Rico is in class and he's making these horrible drawings on his iPad of the past.
Putting a lot of work into drawing something that's not that impressive.
Yeah, of I guess what was supposed to be his face.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend. Although I don't really know if it was his girlfriend. But to be continued.
They were both about as two-dimensional.
Nice.
Hey-oh.
Nice. Way to apply yourself on that. That was not me applauding, by the way.
Yeah, right. Kumbaya.
They're not going to be chanting it either this time.
But, so yeah, we got Rico. We got his girlfriend, Denise Richards.
Yeah.
Cameron. We got the girl who's obviously in love with him. And who he knows but doesn't care. Diz.
Like,
he totally knows. He just doesn't give a shit. He's like annoyed and like, he's like always trying to be polite.
There's a lot of times where he's like, fuck off, Diz.
Yeah, just
get out of here.
Fuck off, you just as attractive chick who's clearly into me.
I think she's definitely more attractive.
Yeah. Well, her face emoted, so that went for a lot.
Also, I like red hair. I'm just gonna come right out and say that now.
Yeah.
Nah.
So it's not.
I always
weird.
thought Denise Richards was hotter,
but
that's just me.
Yeah.
But the best thing in that whole room is their teacher, who's played by Michael fucking Ironside.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Ironside, not to be confused with the Ironsides.
Nope.
The wheelchair-bound detective.
Nope. The bad guy, General Katana from Highlander 2 himself. That's gonna be the first of 2 Highlander references in this movie.
Scanners. He was in Scanners.
Yeah, Scanners.
Just all around general Canadian badass.
Sons. Yeah.
Is he from Montreal?
I think so. Around he's like a carpenter. He just kind of chills in Canada between jobs. But just teaching jobs, laying facts down on kids with one arm.
Yep, that's right. Taking at the elbow on whichever arm I.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the right arm. Because if you need a grizzled veteran, he's in like the top 3 choices.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And he's going around asking kids, his students, what the difference between a citizen and a civilian was.
Yeah, because what we said, we clearly see in this world that without military, you ain't got much of anything. Like if you want like basic, what we consider basic human rights, like say like having kids or whatnot,
basic human rights
voting,
are gone.
You have to have military service.
Yeah, you gotta be a citizen.
Mm-hmm. Which is like similar to some, like there are some countries I know have like mandatory military service, like Sweden.
Yeah, for sure, Israel too.
It's not as fascist.
Well, the fact that you can't have a kid, or it's easier to have a kid because it's all governed and you're
they go to school and whatnot, which is like similar to military service in the States now.
Yeah, well, it pays for school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I read here. Michael Ironside was interviewed in 2014 by Adam Carolla, and Michael Ironside, who had read the book as a youth, asked Paul Verhoeven, the director, who grew up in the Nazi-occupied Netherlands, why are you doing a right-wing fascist movie? And Paul replied, if I tell the world that a right-wing fascist way of doing things doesn't work, no one will listen to me. So I'm going to make a perfect fascist world. Everyone is beautiful, everything is shiny, everything has big guns and fancy ships, but it's only good for killing fucking bugs.
Yeah, because it brought up, this is based on a series of books, relatively loosely though.
Well, just one book, but
it
just took a few
the movie spawned the book. Well, the book, there was a book.
Well, because it was originally from an unrelated script.
Yeah,
that was called like Bug Hunt on Outpost 9 or some shit like that, and then they just took certain elements from the book.
Yeah, like they fudged the characters at this. It was like Juan Rico became Johnny Rico.
Yeah, because he was originally Filipino.
Yeah, they brought in like the bugs thing, but they left out I think the most famous thing is the mech suits.
Yeah,
those are all left out.
But
the armored, the powered armor.
I guess they couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is also a movie which like it's weird because it kind of looks expensive, but also looks like looks very cheap. They like I don't know how much was intentional. Like later on, I'm flashing forward to a bit in their boot camp when they're working with live ammunition, and it's like right next to everyone else training.
Yeah,
it seemed like the dumbest idea.
They only have that small training.
It's right next to the jungle gym.
Terrible. Well, I mean, but I read that they reused a lot of the sets from RoboCop. So I guess
like 10 years later.
No, I think it was only like. Oh yeah, it was about 10 years.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm sure they still had it on the same lot, and they're like, "It's the future." Oh, future, we got that already done. I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I'm surprised Frank Weller didn't show up.
Maybe
he would have fit right in.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of like Verhoeven mainstays that show up, like Ironside.
Should have played Rico's dad.
Yeah. Well, Rico. So Rico wants to sign up because he's sort of an entitled brat. Maybe he's feeling bad about that, but he comes from a wealthy family. But really, he wants to sign up because his girlfriend wants to sign up.
Yeah.
Become a pilot.
I still don't know if it's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way that, but
yeah, like in the scene when they're in the classroom and he like draws that picture of them. Kissing. It's like an animated thing, and he sends it. She like laughs like.
Well, they have no
like a dweeb, like, you know, and he was just like. Meh.
And then somehow she can like reply to the picture with a picture of her like blocking it with bubblegum.
What's the future, man?
And then Buddy getting gum all over the face, which is the worst thing.
The classic.
Yeah.
The classic sign of rejection.
Boo.
I'm still picking gum out of my beard.
Alright. So,
But, we forgot another schoolyard chum of theirs, MPH himself.
Neil Patrick Harris.
And I guess like his first big role since Doogie Howser at that point.
Yeah, I believe so. I didn't check the IMDb. But
playing a fucking psychic, because some people have psychic powers.
Yeah, in the future Well, I mean, it's 200 years in the future. Why can't the mutant gene just
start kicking in? Yeah. Hey man, yeah, the first X movie did say some in the not too distant future, so we're getting closer and closer.
It could happen. We're always in the not too distant future.
Yeah, to finally get into Magneto's dream.
God, I hope not. So he's also their buddy, who all three of them are joining up to the army.
Yeah.
And NPH also running tests on Rico.
In an almost Bill Murray
Ghostbuster. I wrote that down.
Minus the shocks, just humiliation.
I was thinking he should have been shocked.
Yeah.
And maybe that would help. I mean, you never know. They even said, what's his name? NPH said, at this point, statistically, you would have guessed one right by now.
Yeah. But no, Rico sucks.
Yeah. He doesn't have it.
No.
He doesn't have the shining.
He doesn't have anything.
No, not really.
Just a chiseled jaw.
Yeah, that's about it.
A rich daddy.
Hitler Youth haircut. At some points.
Yeah.
So all three of them join up.
They all get separate divisions.
Yep. Rico, because he's a big stupid dum-dum, gets infantry. Although, you know what?
35 in math.
If they're... Yeah, that's right.
Fucking NPH just broadcast to everyone.
He puts it up on the Jumbotron.
You have to be a minor to know it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Rico, 31%. Boo. And everyone just laughs at him.
Yeah, good thing you're the football star, dummy.
Yeah. Denise Richards, 91%.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be a pilot.
Yeah.
And NPH, smartest of the bunch, although I'm sure he cheated using psychic powers. I can't prove it, but...
Yeah.
But I don't doubt it.
It's his whole. He couldn't get out of that part of fear of being like a super smart young guy.
Well, I mean, he was still super young.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, it's Doogie, man. We gotta let him in.
Yeah, I'd believe it. Getting 95%, and him trying out for. He doesn't initially try out. I don't remember what he tried out for initially, but he ended up with games and development or games and research.
Basically, yeah, military intelligence.
Military intelligence. Because he's just that smart.
Yeah, and then they had their all, we'll be friends forever.
I love that.
Forever.
The researcher's like, promise me we'll be friends forever, guys.
You're giving it way more adventure. Promise we'll all be friends forever.
Yeah. Oh, that was really good.
Thank you. I moved my eyes a little too much on that one.
Yeah, next time just like pretend like you were dead-eyed. That's the look. For people at home, he's choosing
my great Denise. I love you too, Johnny.
Johnny. But before they go off to the army, to the meat grinder, as somebody called it at one point.
Yeah, one more for the grinder.
They have prom. Before prom, there's the football game, the big game.
They introduce Johnny's rival, the equally 36-year-old in their team, who I said looks like a mix of. It was like Rob Lowe.
Yeah,
and some other motherfucker tossed
it's Rob Lowe and from Justified and
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got that like this like the top half is Rob Lowe, the bottom half is Goggins.
Yeah. It was like making eyes at Denise Richards who like just without
clearly making eyes back.
Clearly doesn't give a shit about Rico. She's like, yeah, all right, I'll totally keep flirting with you.
Yeah,
you're so interesting.
They're at Rico's game. It's in the middle of the game, and he's like, "Hey, babe, what's going on?" And you come to these things up, and
and Rico's like, "Fucking paying attention to my girlfriend, fucking him on stage."
Yeah. Meanwhile, the ref is like, "Guys, come on, we got a game. Let's go." And there's a surprising amount of flipping in this football.
Yeah,
it looks like football. It's played
his
indoors.
signature move.
Yeah, his big move
is I'm gonna jump over someone.
He can front flip over like 6 guys.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's not a bad trick. I mean, he found a place to utilize it.
Yep, 2 places.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Very good point.
2 places. It's the big game, and Rob Lowe, not Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
But for
Rob Goggins.
Rob Goggins. Walter Lowe?
We'll figure it out. But
he gets inside Johnny's head saying he's gonna date Denise Richards, which I don't really know if that's a threat or if he's actually going to go through with it.
Yeah, hey man, I'm going to take your girl and give her a good time. I
Yeah.
don't just mean sex.
And he gets in Johnny's head and knocks him down, or gives him a flip. He flips him over, actually, over his back, and runs off and makes a touchdown. So, to get back, Johnny also...
He's a competitive guy. He likes to win.
Yeah. He uses his signature flip move and embarrasses Loverboy and gets the winning touchdown, making him the big hero.
So yeah, they have their big prom. They have their like. Well,
one thing I noticed, because they're called the Tigers.
Yeah.
And they're on their jersey, the font of the Tigers, it looks like Tiger, the video game company. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember they had.
Oh
those
wow!
little,
I didn't recognize.
I don't know. It's not that, but
no, of course.
It looks almost exactly like that, like the font. Yeah.
They were playing Tesla High, our rivals.
The silver footballs because it's the future.
Yeah. So after the game, they have the prom, and the prom's where everyone kind of makes their love known.
Yeah, or fucking Diz's case is extra known.
Extra known. It's a lot.
He's so annoyed by her. It's like, fuck off.
Every time he's like,
they look like they're in their 30s.
Yeah, I know, it's so ridiculous. That's what I'm like, I know that's always a trope of like having like people who are older playing teenagers, but fuck, this is...
They couldn't... It just even like
this is
4 years makes a big difference on the screen. And Denise Richards doesn't quite break up with him, but
actually they came, man. We're gonna like... No, my dad ain't home. Let's go fuck up my place.
Yeah, but nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. The next day, Johnny and his parents are already fighting so early in the morning. I don't know, they just woke up fighting.
Yeah.
About him joining the army and them trying to force him to go on vacation.
Yeah, it gets very...
to Zagama Beach.
It gets very Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want your life, Dad. You are cut off, mister.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm a rich old man. If you don't do what I say, then you're not getting my money.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do. I love army.
Yeah. Goodbye, Mom.
But not
the only
really.
thing I'm good at.
Denise Richards.
Yeah.
So they say
she says her goodbyes, and it's like fucking, I don't know if it's her acting or it's like, man, this girl's not into you, man. You cannot read the signals.
Yeah, it was definitely
someone
not
who's
into you.
Clearly your girlfriend is like does not give two fucks about you.
And he's like, say I love you to me.
Yeah. That's the saddest shit even I've ever had to say that to someone.
Please, even if you don't mean it,
even
just
after
say
she was like, she comes in with her luggage, she's got like one napkin against everything I own. She's like, oh yeah, that's a shame. So sorry to hear you've been cut out, dude. Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Well, off to the grinder.
Yeah. So long. Have fun.
And good God.
So long, Johnny.
And she says it.
Yeah.
She says it because that's just how she is.
Yeah.
Saying it, not meaning it. Terrible. The next scene is, of course, one of my favorite, boot camp.
Boot camp.
Boot camp in war movies is always the best. It looks like so much fun.
It's always the best in any war movie. Like every Stripes, Full Metal Jacket, both films, they get less interesting once you leave boot camp.
Yeah.
Private Benjamin, the boot camp's always the best part of any army movie.
Yeah, it's always it's like a mix of camaraderie. So it's like it's like light when considering it's a war movie.
Yeah.
But it always seems like, you get your most... you meet the characters.
Yeah, you get your characters. It's relatable. It's like a really tough... It's like gym class if you're the fat kid. As it feels like just stressful and...
Everyone getting to know each other.
Especially when it's run by fucking Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Woo!
In charge.
Our second Highlander villain.
That's right. That's right. 2 Highlander villains. Amazing.
Yeah, who fucking...
Most movies don't even have one.
Yep. Who right off the bat has a guy chased around with a baton doing laps on the fucking thing for laughing and breaks another kid's arm because he asked if he could take him and Moron thought he could.
Well, yeah, because the drill sergeant, Sergeant Zim, was like, busting chops as drill sergeants will.
Yeah, it was the very typical...
Calling them maggots and berating them to break their spirits because that's what
you do,
about. And he's like, all right, first day, who thinks they could beat me up? And poor Moose, or his name's not Moose, Ox, but his name's not even Ox. I called him Ox. I have a buddy named Moose.
Oh, okay.
Different guy. His name's actually Breckenridge, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's like the big southern. I'm a hayseed from the sticks, and I'm serving my country, which is great. Great. We totally need like the big dove, because like in all the army cliches, they always have like
there was a farm boy,
the hayseed.
Yeah. Steps up and gets his fucking arm broken for it.
Yeah.
Wasn't even like an asshole, or like wasn't even like I can take this old man down. Just like he asked a question.
I believe
he made a request.
Yeah, but he just like runs at him. He doesn't like.
Yeah.
Well, he this is army. You're learning. You don't.
It's his first day.
Yeah, it's his first day, guy. You don't have to go and break his forearm. Just like right in the middle. Snap.
Yeah. Medic.
Yeah, medic, and he's like, "How you doing, son?" And he's like, "Oh, my arm, I think it's broken." And meanwhile, even though he's wearing, they're all wearing long sleeve black sweaters.
Yeah.
In the blistering sun, and you can clearly see like a bone popping out of his skin.
Fucking moisture all around it.
And moisture. Oh god.
And then fucking Dish shows up.
Yeah, she's like, "I got transferred into this." Because I heard...
Rico has like... Kevin Medine pulls out the grate like, what the fuck you doing here? Look on his face.
Yeah, I love that look he gives her several times throughout the movie.
Yeah, she tries to take on the general. They line one hit before getting choked out.
Yeah, but you know what? She definitely held her own until she got choked out.
Yeah.
And this guy's like a real hard ass.
I don't get that whole dynamic between them though, because they never like hook up, do they?
Yeah, they hook up.
Then they do, okay, right.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just weird, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like it didn't really need to be there, kind of like.
I mean, don't forget. I mean, despite the fact they all look like they're 36, they're all supposed to be 16, looking for their place in the world, and she's hopelessly in love, and has nothing better to do.
I guess.
And she's not really competitive type. She was the captain of that football team.
No, Johnny was the captain. She was
giving him orders. Okay,
she was the quarterback.
All
so
right.
She's calling the shots. Yeah, but he said he was the captain, and I don't know sports like that, but I usually believe that the quarterback would be the captain.
That's how hot ball goes, I guess.
Yeah, hot ball.
Yeah.
Hot ball, nice. I was calling it jump ball, but hot balls.
Oh, we're also introduced to fucking Jake Busey.
Yep. Yeah, so that's in in the lunch line, you get to meet all the new characters.
Yeah.
So you have Jake Busey, you have Breckenridge.
He instantly sets himself up as another rival for Rico, but like a friendly one.
Yeah, it's weird because he's like, he cuts in line and Rico's the only one who's like, "Hey, buddy, back of the line."
Yeah.
And because he stood up,
I like you. We'll be friends now.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "You stood up to me. All right, we can be friends." And then,
what did you say? You got balls for a rich boy or something?
Yeah, something like you got balls for a rich boy. Yeah.
Yeah, we can be friends.
Yeah, everyone's getting friends like me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets bumped to the back of the line.
Style.
What?
Busey style.
Busey style, yeah, definitely a Busey. Those teeth.
Ooh.
Those teeth transcend generations.
His teeth are fucking half his face.
It's really weird because it looks a lot like Gary Busey, just really young. Like
it was all saying like he's got the blonde hair, so like it looks like he has no eyebrows either.
Yeah.
So it looks more like some kind of creature.
Yeah, a little kind of reddish skin too.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
So yeah, we have we're going through the booth kit.
You have that. Yeah, you have the Spanish guy.
Yeah. Likes to talk.
Shijumi. I don't know many Latino guys with that name, but
spoiler, we shouldn't get attached to too many of these other people.
No, that's true. Almost nobody makes it out.
No.
I think it's only Jake Busey.
Yeah.
From boot camp.
Yeah.
It's like Jake Busey and
those Aryan looking motherfuckers. And Rico.
And Rico and Diz.
Yeah. It's the rising it's him rising through boot camp, through one of the best awesome games of laser tag ever, and obstacle courses, and team showering.
Oh man. So the shower scene, it's co-ed showers.
Mm-hmm.
It's all shot from the waist up.
Yeah.
For all the boobs. This was the first time in cinema I saw boobs. I was just like, what?
Yeah, it's like the scene. It's like the scene's a story being narrated by Tom Green in Road Trip. Just everyone hanging around with their tits out.
And one of the guys, Kitten. His name is Kitten. I don't know why. They could have been anything, but it was Kitten. Is going around the shower asking everyone for their backstory.
Yeah.
Exposition.
Exposition.
Yeah. Why did you join the army?
Yeah. When it comes out that Rico joined for a girl, he gets all pissy and storms off and gets his ass slapped.
Yeah, he gets his ass slapped for his troubles. And everyone's like, woo!
Who, gets, he's doing his correspondence with Denise Richards, who eventually sends him, like, one of the most awkward Dear John letters ever.
Yeah, because it's all on it's like a video.
Yeah.
It's a Dear John video. And it's weird, because there's, like, it's edited and, like, set up.
Yeah, it is. She changes sets. It's almost like, hey, welcome to this ship.
Yeah. Looking out the window. Saturn!
It's so beautiful. More beautiful than you, Johnny.
Yeah, she's like, well, I'm going to be a pilot, and you're going to be an infantryman. And it's basically like classism.
Yeah. Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Bye.
Let's be friends.
And she actually has her own side story.
Yeah.
Where she ends up a pilot, and who would her pilot buddy be? But not Lowe.
Yeah. Walt Lowe, who went apparently out of his way to get signed up with her
because he's good like that.
He really didn't like Rico that much. He wants to fuck his girlfriend.
Yeah, just like Diz and.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's all about like, hey, I'm kind of into you. I'm gonna stalk you through your career.
Yeah, I just want to be next to you.
They both have like people that are like super into them, but they're not really into.
Yeah.
Them. Actually, she becomes a bit more.
It's hard to tell because her charisma is almost like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like I know she's stringing him along just like she did Rico.
Yeah, until the next big break.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I mean, she's just kind of shuffling through life.
Yeah.
So through the boot camp scene, they have a game of capture the flag with laser tag. That looks like a lot of fun too, by the way. I'd love to play that.
Where when you get seized up after you get shot.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like paintball, right? But with lasers.
Aren't they using live ammunition?
That's later on.
That's later. First, it's the laser tag because they're learning how to use guns.
Yeah.
And Rico captures the flag through another one of his flip maneuvers.
Yeah.
And picks up 2 guns going real American hero style. 2 rifles. Big rifles.
Dual-wielding rifles,
Dual-wielding rifles just blasting everybody.
Guns a-blazing.
And Lieutenant the drill sergeant, I should say, promotes him to squad leader.
Yeah. And
he gets a badge. And he's sure proud of that badge.
And his first little exercise is the live ammunition one, which I brought up earlier, just right in the middle of every other people training.
Yeah, there's everywhere you look, it's just like people in the background, right in the middle. Oh, let's use live bullets.
Yeah.
And so Rico gets his squad and is leading it through, and Breckenridge's helmet is malfunctioning. Mm-hmm. Which I didn't know they could. I thought it just kind of sits on your head.
Yeah, apparently.
But something happened.
He had a broken helmet.
So he had to take it, or
Rico takes it off to inspect.
Tells him to take it off,
yeah,
so he can look at it.
He didn't look. He tells him, just takes it off his head.
Yeah, he snatches it off his head, and somebody gets shot or zapped or something, and an errant bullet goes
Poor Ox gets his fucking head blown
right off.
Well, we're giving the best edits with like quick zoom as Rico, man, that's pure Verhoeven. That gets like straw hardcore Verhoeven at that scene.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's almost like a Spike Lee scene all of a sudden. It's like this weird awkward zoom and then like pull out.
And the head kind of like when he got shot, and the guy that got shot in the head, kind of looks like in Total Recall. You know, and the glass breaks and the mask, and they start going, oh, he looked like that.
Yeah, no, it's like total like great prop head with a squib in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's getting chewed out by head of the boot camp, fucking Dean Norris.
Yeah, Hank from Breaking
Bad.
Looking about the same age.
Or sure, he's a little bit more ginger.
Yeah, because he had freckles.
He's a little bit less like chubs.
Yeah. But you know, 20 years will do that.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
He's that straighter.
So he's getting chewed out and is ordered to 10 lashes.
Yeah, he's demoted, gets 10 lashes.
Yeah.
Which was brutal as fuck when I saw it as a kid. And the interesting thing is, they transition. They haven't finished the lashing, so they do the transition shot to Denise Richards on her ship. But you still hear the lashing. A transition shot couldn't even save that motherfucker from getting hit.
It went all the way to 10.
Yeah, you can't in space. You can hear you scream.
Yeah, it was funny because the image transitioned at like whip number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then like it's zooming in, the music's playing, and then it's 7, 8.
Yeah, you still. I think it completes the whole thing.
Yeah, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, just like a good wrestler on the turnbuckle. Right?
Yeah.
So while he's getting chewed out
Mm-hmm.
and lashed, Ace, Jake Busey, what a great name for him too, Ace Levy.
Yeah.
Excellent name. Is promoted to squad leader. While Johnny has decided, that's it. I've had enough of army. I can't do it. It was tough, and girl left me.
I can't hack it. Someone's dead on my watch.
I'm going down Washout Road.
Yeah.
The girl who shot Ox also went down Washout Road.
Yeah.
So he puts his paperwork in, and he gets a video call from his folks. Call brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah.
AT&T bringing you bad news. He calls mom and pa saying, guys, I'm coming home. And they say, no problem. Oh, look, it's all of a sudden gotten extremely dark.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh, rain? Well, weird, it doesn't rain this time of year.
But it turns out, spoiler alert, which they never explain how the fuck this works, the bugs were able to send a giant asteroid across the across the galaxy
to
hit Earth.
To Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Mostly Buenos Aires.
No, the fact that it hit Earth, period.
Yeah. And the call is cut off.
Yeah, so, Rico's family, hometown, they're all dead, Dave. They're all dead. Humans are going to war with bugs. Rico was like, fuck it, I'm going back in. And they let him back in.
Yeah, I love that scene where he's making some kind of a medium passionate speech about, you gotta let me back in, everyone I know is dead.
Yeah.
I don't have any life now. And they're like, well, we definitely need somebody like that. And he says, soldier, is this your signature on Form A23B48?
Or is this your signature?
And he's like, yes, sir, it is. And he looks at it, he's like, oh, doesn't look like it to me.
You're back in.
Rips it up.
So anyways, this leads us to pretty much the first scene of the movie.
Yeah, war on Clendathu.
Yeah, which goes horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, real Bay of Pigs. Just like slaughtered.
And apparently, and they don't know, they see lights come off the planet, they think it's harmless, with no one did fucking hard work into this, because it's giant bugs.
Yeah, it looks like
were just
flares.
shitting torpedoes into the sky.
And they're flying right into it.
Yeah.
It takes out like 15 Star Destroyers.
And they're all like bunched
equivalent
together, like I know formation, but after a while, that's something later on in the movie, like they never worry about that whole, how this tight formation really doesn't work very well for them whatsoever.
Yeah,
because 4
or 5 of those ships just bump into each other.
Yeah, there's no room for maneuverability.
Like, they keep saying evasive maneuver. I'm like, every maneuver has to be evasive when you're the size of like 14 city blocks and huge like a mall.
Yeah.
Good grief. So war is declared. They go to the bug planet.
Yeah, we're finally caught up, Tarantino style. Cut back, fucking thousands dead.
Thousands of them.
Rico's believed dead. He turned out he survived.
Yeah, but he's marked off as KIA, killed in action, on a giant scrolling board of the dead.
Yeah.
And Denise Richards is all like, oh, boo-hoo, well, he's now gone, and I actually loved him.
I get you. I want to cock these one more time.
Yeah, just a fucking...
Yeah, because they run into each other before the fight, and he's like, before the battle.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, he's all pissy with her, and she's like, oh, why are you upset? I don't see a misunderstanding.
Yeah, and then
Walter, in a fight with,
Walter Lowe is like, hey, we should have a quick tussle, huh, right before war? You and me?
Yeah, with like such weird music playing. They have this like bar fight. It's like inappropriate music playing.
Yeah, it's like folk music almost, but not quite. Maybe future folk.
Yeah.
And they have a fight. It's infantry versus pilots. Or fleet. They are called the fleet. And the 4 main people in the infantry...
I'll get their matching tattoos.
They get their tattoos, death from above. I thought it was really weird because they're not coming from above. They're infantry.
They're infantry, yeah.
They're on the ground, and it's all done by lasers. And I guess because it's the future and lasers are doing it, it makes your tattoo look already worn.
Yeah.
Like
it looks like fucking rub-on.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is like
a shitty tattoo.
Is that already 4 years old?
Yeah.
No, you're getting it live in front of my eyes.
It still hurts.
And it still hurts, and Jake Busey's pouring booze on it.
That's a Busey wood.
Yeah, he's like, oh, does that hurt? Yeah, it's gonna hurt a little more.
Yeah. So now it's the following just montages afterwards of, well, Rico and Busey and Diz all get transferred to the Roughnecks.
Yeah, everyone else is dead.
Everyone else is dead. They get transferred to their head by fucking Michael Ironside.
Yeah, he's back with a
robot
metal
arm.
He's ready to kick some ass this time. Everyone, Johnny walks in, Johnny and Co. walk in saying like, I don't know who this lieutenant is, but I heard he's a real hard ass.
Well, they call him Ballbuster and someone takes offense to that. I'm like, that's not an insult.
Yeah,
if someone called like my fucking, my superior Ballbuster a squad of commandos, I'm like, Ballbuster sounds par for the course.
Yeah, if anything, I should hope he's busting a few balls. Guys, take it easy. Like, it's just a little war. We can handle it. It's not what I want to hear. And surprise, it's Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
And Rico, surprised to see him. Ironside, not so surprised. Gives his only rule. Everybody fights. Nobody quits. If you try to leave, I'll kill you myself.
Mm.
And you know what? He kind of did at one point.
Well, he did. He does. He also has a tactical of, if it looks like you're a dead man, I'm not going to let you suffer. I'm going to euthanize you.
Well, that's it. A giant bird-like
flyer gets one of his men at some point.
Guy up.
Just snipes him out.
Yeah, he's like, well, you're done for. And kind of you left. And I said if you leave, I'm going to do you
I'll kill you. That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he followed through.
So they're sent on a mission. To go check out this seemingly empty planet. Find a base. Everyone's slaughtered except for what's his nuts from Total Recall.
Balls. Vince. Whatever. You're useless. Well, anyways, they're all the Roughnecks have their first mission with Rico and Co. The
Rico bunch.
The Rico bunch. The Resnecks. How do they pronounce it?
I can't remember Mike Honest's names, but it starts with an R.
Well, it's like Riznek or Raznek. I was watching with the caption.
Roughneck. And
it was like very Polish.
Mm-hmm.
K's and Z's and C's, S's.
There was a Z in there.
So they go to their first mission and they're fighting, and they come across their first big boss, the Tanker.
Yes.
It looked like a really, really big beetle
that spews like liquid fire.
Yeah,
acid.
It's like fire acid where it burns and melts your skin.
Yep. And Rico takes it out all on his own. Basically.
Yep. He uses his
flip thing
again, jumps on top of the back, shoots a hole in its back, dumps a grenade in what looks like orange paint.
Yeah, or like tomato soup.
Yeah, tomato soup. If you blend it while it's still hot, it'll turn orange.
Or just add the guts of the things from Tremors.
Yeah. It dumps it in, falls off, the thing explodes.
Mm.
Michael Ironside's impressed. You're getting a promotion. The man's going up the corporate ladder, or the corporate.
He's doing good. He had a couple stumbling blocks, but that's Rico's way. He'll go forward, stumble, keep on going up.
So now he's a corporal, and after the first big victory, Michael Ironside declares that we work hard, we play hard, and he gives them
booze, and footballs.
Yeah.
And one fiddle.
Future violin.
Yeah, future violin.
Future violin. It looks like the violin from...
translucent green.
Yeah, from Revenge of the Nerds.
Fiddle. Why a fiddle? Why not, like, fucking
a guitar
or something?
Jake Busey likes to play fucking fiddle, man.
You know what song he was playing?
He gets all fiddler on the roof.
When he gets it?
What?
He was playing the song Dixie, or Way Down in Dixie, the Confederate theme song.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And there's like all kinds of distortion on it. And I'm like, what the hell is this? He's like a southerner?
Whistling Dixie, man. Fiddlin' Dixie. And on
yeah, but Paul Verhoeven injects all sorts of like little things of fascism and like
racism.
whole, it's like propaganda. Like that whole first scene in the movie is apparently like a shot for shot reenactment almost of this Nazi propaganda movie from like 1935.
Oh yeah, I read that
What's
too.
He called? Is there Reichstar? What's his name? Lenny Reichstall's Triumph of the Will.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Ironside also gives his one piece of advice finally to Rico, saying like, "Hey man, go fuck Diz."
Yeah, pretty much.
Just why not?
And he says, "Yep, that's a good idea." And they finally have sex.
Yeah, they finally hook up.
Booyah!
And he gives him an extra 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah, Michael Ironside's like, "Oh guys, we're going back to war." And he, oh, yeah, see, you're busy. I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll give you another 10 minutes. I'm a nice guy that way.
And they go to the.
They go to the seemingly abandoned base, and it's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. But you know what? There's a general trapped in a locker. He locked himself in, who appears to be Stark Raving Man.
Yeah.
Saying that
they're bugs who suck people's brains.
Sucking the brains out of everyone, making them do
There's
things.
A smart bug, yeah.
A smart bug.
Mm.
And everyone's like,
smart
"You're
bug.
a fucking idiot." Even though you're a general, and Michael Ironside slaps him.
He's a wuss puss, man.
Certainly was. He was whimpering.
Could have seen Don Knotts playing that role.
Oh god.
Yeah, the bugs swarm en masse.
Yeah, around this base.
Roughnecks are fucked.
Yeah.
They were able to get call for an evac.
A boat. They could have
Yeah.
hung at a boat, even though it's clearly a ship.
Ironside gets his legs chewed off.
And he's dying.
Yeah, and he gets euthanized ordered to be euthanized.
Yeah, from he gets killed by Rico.
Yeah, Rico takes command.
Yeah, he's now lieutenant
Mm-hmm.
and in charge of the mission, and he gets evac. And on the way out, dun dun dun, Diz bites it.
Well, however, herself able to kill one of those giant flame throwing.
Yeah, you know that's
herself.
True. She threw it right in the guy's mouth.
She threw a grenade right down his gullet.
And the head, and it was funny because the creature looked at the camera.
Yeah, it gulped. It did like, oh fuck. He actually gave an fuck look.
Yeah, if you can imagine it, comes from a bug, and its head explode.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, she bites it unceremoniously, gets stabbed in the back.
Yeah, by
tossed around by a soldier bug who no one saw coming.
And they eventually get off the planet.
Yeah, and
bugs win.
Yeah.
Bugs win, guys. Bugs win.
Bugs win.
Bugs win. Bugs win. Big win for the bugs tonight. Actually, they seem to be doing a lot of the winning.
They're doing most of the winning.
So they have a really big funeral for Diz.
Yeah, which
I was very surprised.
Yeah, and Denise Richards also find out Rico's alive.
Yeah.
They said they have their big funeral. MPH comes back decked out in full Nazi gear, SS officer gear.
I want to just point out for the funeral, they release the body or the corpse in a casket in space. I can only imagine like how much fucking space garbage there is, just corpses littering around.
Well, that's the go-to thing in any sci-fi. Like they always kind of like dump, especially Star Trek. They always kind of dumped the corpse out there. Mm-hmm. This one looked so lazy. They were just kind of like didn't shoot it. Just kind of like, and kind of lightly nudged it out.
But yeah, going back to NPH in his Nazi outfit, full SS gear, down to like the leather jacket, the hat.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there was no little skull with crossbones on the front.
Or monocle.
Yeah.
Who wasn't rocking the monocle?
Or scar down the side with native monocle after. Saying that he had an idea that was going to happen, but he had to play it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty much stopped giving a shit about people because he's now militarily.
You gotta play the numbers, man. Yeah, I mean, he's gotta see the forest for the trees.
That's it. So he's willing to risk,
And they gotta get this brain bug.
Gotta get the brain bug.
You're the only man for the job. I'm gonna send those roughnecks back down there. Get that brain bug.
That's it. So now he's in charge of the roughnecks.
He's in charge of the roughnecks. They go down. Denise Richards' ship goes down because again, fuckers don't know how to keep their ships spaced apart.
Thing just bashes into each other.
Get smashed. Yeah.
5 or 6 of them go down.
Her and fucking Walton Lowe crash land, get captured by the bugs in Bug City.
Yeah, in Bug City on Planet P.
Planet P.
I was like, what are they just giving like addresses to everything now?
Yeah.
Hello, Bug City, Planet P.
Yeah. They'd given up at that
They
point.
get captured, but they do surprisingly well. They hold their own, the two of them, with like a couple
in the
of
heart
pistols.
of heart of Bug City.
And they kill like 5 or 6 bugs, while the Roughnecks seem to have like automatic machine guns. And it takes about 6 of them to bring down 1 bug.
And Rico decides he's gonna go to a rescue mission because he's got a hunch, a feeling, which kind of think is just MPH mentally probing him to go do so.
I think it was too.
Yeah, takes Busey and their token black friend.
Yeah, the guy from The Wire and Oz. He played Carver in The Wire. Mm-hmm. And he brought about the same amount of energy,
yeah,
a decent amount.
Bitchy intenseness.
Yeah. And they go off to find Carmen.
Carmen, yeah, Denise Richards, who has captured by the brain bug.
The big, gross brain bug.
Which looks like
gross.
A sack of lard.
Oh, it's like a big fucking body of a slug.
It's like Paul Bear shirtless. Coming at you with like a vagina.
That big like mucus fucking cream pie cum glob. Just
it looked like a vagina. Its mouth looked like a vagina.
It's getting carted around on the backs of smaller bugs.
Pretty much.
And it fucking sucks brains out, which as a kid fucking freaks me out.
Yeah, out of the vagina comes like a giant spike that jabs right into the forehead or the top of the head.
Yeah.
And proceeds to suck out your
like
brains
a fucking
and gain your knowledge.
straw.
Yeah, and you can see it too. It's like
and there it goes fucking, and so much for the eternal rivalry of
Walter Goggins.
No,
not Walter Goggins. Walter Lowe. Thank
Walter
God.
Lowe.
Thankfully, my words don't actually kill people.
Yeah.
So Walter Goggins somewhere is like,
oh man, I was just weird. My thing was really far to take off.
I was going somewhere. I just watched him in American Ultra.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it. Anyways.
We'll talk about that later. I'm curious about that.
Yeah. So the brain bug has killed.
Denise Richards cripples its
sucking
phallic,
ability.
Yeah, it's eating dick.
By cutting it off.
And then Rico shows up with a nuke, trying be like, "Hey man, fuck off! I'll kill us all."
He negotiates with it.
Yep.
Because he's holding a nuke, saying, "Hey bug, you kill me, I'm gonna set this off. You know what this is?"
Yeah.
And the bug's like, "Yeah, guys, do not attack."
Hey, let's be cool, everyone. Everyone be cool. I'm Big Brain Bug.
Nobody has to get hurt. And as Brain Bug's retreating, Carver from The Wire starts to open fire and shit goes down. He ends up getting stabbed.
Yeah, he makes the heroic sacrifice to stay behind.
Yeah.
Dying anyways to
absolutely
blow the fuck up.
And
our heroes make their escape, only to find out Brain Bug's been captured by the true hero, Clancy Brown.
No, it wasn't Clancy Brown.
It was Clancy Brown.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, because he demoted
himself.
So he'd have a chance to fight.
Yeah.
Because he was drill sergeant and wanted to be private, so he can join the fight.
Join the fight himself on the front lines.
And Denise Richards and Johnny kind of hook up or something.
Well, they all have the happy and then they're with fucking MPH now. Guess everything worked out. Okay for everyone. Golly.
Yeah.
What a fun adventure this was.
And then another
great PSA at the end.
Yeah, PSA, the propaganda piece, saying it kind of gives where are they now?
Yeah.
I'm characters.
I'm almost to the assumption that because they never explained how the fuck the meteor got sent to Earth. So I don't know if the bugs are responsible for this, because they kind of also imply later on that the bugs are assholes because humans were invading their territory.
Yeah, they're saying that.
So it's kind of we're. I keep thinking we're the bad guys here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially with the Nazi, but I'm like, wait, why didn't they explain the meteor thing?
Well, it's probably a false flag that a meteor hit them, and they're like, oh, it was the bugs, but war on bugs. That's it. Well, what do you mean war on bugs? How'd they send it?
There was at least if they cut out an obvious why they would fake. I don't know. It was missing one more thing for the perfect satire. Maybe that's it. Maybe Verhoeven was just tired at that point. So what do you want from me, man?
I finished it. Jeez, get off
I
my
did
ass.
Showgirls. Fuck, leave me alone.
Get off my ass.
It's an amazing flick, though. I definitely appreciate it more in my later years.
Oh yeah, it's got like a great mix of being very funny, both like on purpose and satirically, like tongue in cheek. It's got a good amount of action.
You can definitely forgive bad acting in a film like this.
Oh yeah, because it's all bad
encouraged,
acting.
Yeah.
And just all around like good times.
Yeah.
And boobs, guys. There's boobs in it too. Like,
good times and boobs.
if
What more could
you're
you
worried
need?
about there being no boobs, I got it covered. So does anyone else want to say anything about?
I'm good. I'm still hung up on the. It was just missing that one more thing for me to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Vince,
But
want to lay something?
Some. Wow, there was fucking how many more after?
there was 2 sequels, both
Yeah,
2 live action sequels.
both pretty awful.
Neither
Neither of them
they were both
directed
direct
by Verhoeven.
direct to
to
DVD.
video,
There was the animated kind of miniseries.
Yeah, I
and
remember
animated
that
movie.
Yeah, the Rico's Roughnecks.
Yeah.
Which was like kind
Was
of...
there? But I know there's like a CGI movie.
Yeah, there's CGI movie. There's like a CGI series
God's
too.
Invasion or something.
It's a fun property. Like it definitely seems
Yeah.
like it's adapted from like a video game more than a book. Like just the action style.
They made a video game too, no?
Did
Wouldn't be
they?
surprised.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck, imagine if they had like in the book they're mech suits. Imagine if there had been the mech suits.
Well, something to look forward to when I remake it.
It's
It's on my list.
That's
It's
your
on my
big.
list.
Okay, that's a good example.
Yeah, they made a real-time tactics video game.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Probably like StarCraft.
yeah. And
But no, I don't got anything left to add.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up. So thanks for joining us for Starship Troopers. Have a good night.
Cheers.
peace.